You got everything set up?
Yeah, we good.
How y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. Dave Chappelle in the news again, and he's supporting Diddy. Like Diddy freed the slaves. Something seriously going on with Dave Chappelle. And I want to let this be known now. In the beginning of the video, I got the utmost love and respect for Dave Chappelle, like a lot of y'all out there. But the truth of the matter is, Diddy and Kanye West turned him out a long time ago. We got to talk about their little boys club they got, or they had, because they all turned into bad boys. Dave Chappelle out there hurting people's feelings. He on stage using hate-filled language, sound like Kanye West to me. Yeezy doing the same thing. He a dominatrix. He out there with his wife somewhere right now, butt ass naked, waiting on their spaghetti at a five-star restaurant, got people plugging their noses and things. This bad news. And we got to talk about this stuff, man. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button too. So much information we about to be getting into. And best believe them phone lines open, y'all. All y'all got to do is call. Show me some love, man. We about to be talking about Dave Chappelle. And my question is Dave Chappelle really funny like that? When's the last time Dave Chappelle made you piss your pants because you was laughing so hard? When the last time you seen a Dave Chappelle joke and you had to share it with everybody in the family group text? Y'all gonna have to let me know that too. Y'all gotta see this, man, because I feel like the great Houdini when I present this news to y'all, because I know that y'all can't find it nowhere else but here. Dave Chappelle jokingly calls dinner with Kanye West and his naked wife Bianca Sensory very uncomfortable, man. He trying to eat his fish and she's sitting across the table with no bra, with her legs gapped open, man. There's a few more things that we have to address about Dave Chappelle. People been sending me emails, people been in the inbox talking about Dave Chappelle is really a clone. People saying that that man that's doing them comedy specials on Netflix is not really Chappelle. There's people that believe he has an agenda, because you got to figure somebody fronting him the bag. Somebody's paying Dave Chappelle all this cash. There's plenty of comedians out there, but they ain't really talking about nothing worth paying $20 million on a grand stage in front of the world, basically, is programming. And people not trying to get with Dave Chappelle's program. He went on a whole hour talking about Joe Jackson or Jack Johnson or whatever the case is. He talking about Dr. King and Malcolm X and all this stuff. Wow. Offending and slandering people. He's the comedy version of Kanye West, man. And you figure they had to get to him at them Diddy parties for them to be so closely intertwined and had these same personality traits. They said that Diddy was messing with the father from Family Matters. Then they messed around and said Dave Chappelle was messing with the father from Good Times. We don't know what to believe, but one thing for sure, they all in Hollywood. They all got a lot of spooky stuff going on behind the scenes. And it's looking like Kanye West done had a falling out with Dave Chappelle, which insinuates that they might have allegedly had a consensual freaky diggy relationship. Kanye already made songs about, his head skills and
Oh
all
my
that.
goodness.
Ye goes off on Dave Chappelle in another anti-Semitic tirade. He said that motherfucker gonna die ugly. I could see that. Especially smoking all them cigarettes and things, man. That ain't never no good news. Hold on, Reggie. What's going on? What's happening with the chat, man? Anybody in the building? Dave Chappelle, and they gonna have to let me know, man. We gotta figure this out. Who we got up in here, man? Ain't no. Oh, hold on. We do got people up in here. Matter of fact, let me show y'all some love real quick, man. We got Joshua Atkins in the building. Who else we got? Get them on the screen. We got Brooklyn Finest up in here. Queen Shay and LLM. Real Israel, Leroy Kazama. That's what I'm talking about, man. I want to thank y'all so much for showing up. People don't know how to feel about Dave Chappelle. People don't know if he's a traditional comedian. People trying to pick up on what his comedy style is, but if I had to put a label on it, I would say offensive. That's what he brings to the table. If you want to feel offended, or if you want to hear something that's not going to sit right with you, go ahead and sit through a Dave Chappelle comedy show. It's sort of like he joined the dark side, because before he had lighthearted comedy. I mean, it was still impactful, but the delivery was always heartfelt and relatable. This version of Dave Chappelle, I don't know what made him join the dark side. We don't know if these people are the original people that got famous off of the people. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all something real quick so y'all can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't think they could have a Showtime at the Apollo anymore, because there's nothing organic about entertainment, period. It's all digital, it's all AI, and it's a possibility that the celebrities, the recent celebrities that we've been enjoying, could possibly be AI, motherfucking androids, clones, we don't know. But one thing for sure, you can't imagine them doing well at no Showtime at the Apollo, because they can pick up on your human energy at places like this, man. And I know this sound funny, but you can't have no up and coming talent going to Hollywood through something like this, because that means that you dealing with real people. We don't know what they done did to Steve Harvey. That might not be Steve. Cat Williams said he was Mr. Potato Head on the Club Shay Shay show. And he was up there at Showtime at the Apollo. So all these people, we don't know what happened to the original versions of these people. And I say that to say we don't know what happened with Diddy, Kanye West. Didn't he get in the accident real bad when he first came up? Look, hold on, y'all. We gotta talk about this real quick. Yeah, man. They said he was dead when it first happened. That was terrible, man. I don't wish that on nobody. They said that they brought him back the same way 50 Cent went halfway to the other side, and they come back singing Negro spirituals, men and men, men and men and men and men and men. And they first albums do good because they come back with a promise that they don't made, or a deal they don't made on the other side to come back, and they gotta fulfill all that. But when they finally realize what they did, that's when they turn dark. You know what I'm saying? We seen it with countless entertainers. Done went through stuff like this. They go to the dark side and they come back even darker. And they're saying that Dave Chappelle went to Africa, and when he came back, he was never the same again. And I don't know who over there, so who they going to go see. It might be an alien or some shit going on over there, man. They go see the boss of the world, the head reptilian in charge or some shit like that, man. Ain't no telling what they go over to Africa to do. But when they come back, they don't never be the same. Look. This is scary. Look, he left Hollywood, went over there to Africa, probably was smoking crack over there. They got him pop locking with them Zimbabwe people and everything, making a mockery of their culture. Dave Chappelle pop locking in Ghana after receiving a hero's welcome. Look at this. This nigga did the robot in them tight ass pants. He's so damn whitewashed, he can't even behave like an African over there on some missionary work or whatever this case is. His missionary work involved being in between somebody's
Oh my
legs.
goodness.
Oh man. Hold on, Reggie. Get this thing set up, man. What's going on over here tonight, man? Get it together. What's happening? Any ladies in the building? Ain't no women showed up. What's going on? Y'all like the video dry. I'm at least trying to put some ketchup on this motherfucker. Y'all ain't helping. Look, Minus Cloud Mania in the house, y'all. And she a member. What it do, baby? Aboriginal Son. Les Link. That's what it is. Sleuth of Andro. Hey, man. We gonna have to worry about getting them feet corrected on another video. Brooklyn's finest here. Kitchagawa over there, too. That's what it is. Real Israel. If I can't say your name, we debating if y'all gonna get shout outs or not, man. Leroy Kazama, Queen Shay, Joshua Atkins in the house. That's what I'm talking about, man. So much love for y'all. If you in the building, let me know so I could give you a shout out. We got Wilson Pierre over there too. We doing big things on S.A.T, man. We do these videos for educational purposes, man. Victoria, Maria's there too. All right. We making moves. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I love to see, man. Everybody participating in the chat. Nothing but love for y'all. But we got to get back to our beloved Dave Chappelle. Like I said, he like the Uncle Ben of comedy right now. The motherfucking Morgan Freeman of comedy. People look at him like he Abraham Lincoln or somebody out here, man. But the truth of the matter is what people got to realize, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news because I know it's a lot of people out there that love the Chappelle show. But the only reason why they gave him the show is because he was willing to make the most horrible depictions of black people the world has ever seen. And even though us black people was the butt of every joke, we still found a way to laugh as if they weren't talking about us. That's because we got all this individualism going on, and I ain't trying to preach about it, but when he did that thing, when he did that shit, when he dressed up like Prince, and everybody was laughing, and it was very, very LBGTCTTTT, and he ain't get in trouble for that, that gotta make you wonder, who the fuck is writing this man's checks to where he can get away with doing the stuff he done did? The same time he passed, let me show y'all something real quick. Now this the conspiracy of it all. When the Dave Chappelle show went down, Prince also went down because they was building all that interest, all that equity. Prince was back in the spotlight, and you know he owned his masters. You figure Dave Chappelle put Prince back on the scene. That was like giving him an alley-oop. And Prince was blackballed from the entertainment industry because he wasn't willing to be a slave. Let me show y'all something real quick. He ain't want to be a slave so bad that he put it on the side of his face with the mascara makeup. And even ate a little bit of blow with his pinky after he did it, allegedly. You know? So, with him being blackballed like that, he tried to sneak in a concert talking about he Alicia Keys, and they noticed he had that on the side of his face. He tried to come around the back way talking about he Lisa Bonet, and they wouldn't let him in none of them Hollywood parties. You know, what's that lady from A Different World? He come up in there acting like he Jasmine Guy, and they figured out it was Prince, and they kicked him out of the party, man. So when Dave Chappelle did that Prince sketch, that's when Prince was back in business again. People wanted to see him. He had shows booked, movie deals, all this money coming in, but it's only one problem. You couldn't pimp Prince. You know what I'm saying? And with him getting to know Dave Chappelle, you know he put him on to the game and told him, hey, Dave, they using you. That's the man that's going to tell you that you're being used. Prince gonna let you know that they taking advantage of you. So when they came to offer Dave the next deal, after spending time and getting to know this man and learning the game, he turned down the deal. They wondering, well, who the fuck fucked up Dave Chappelle's head? Come to find out, allegedly it was
Oh
Prince,
my
man.
goodness.
Put him on the game, and Dave wasn't going. And then that's when Prince checked out. Dave Chappelle went to Africa trying to get away. Before you know it, this big, I don't know what he is, a kangaroo. I don't know who the hell this man is. Look, y'all need to see this. He came back to the U.S. intimidating motherfuckers, man. You see Dave Chappelle coming, you better check for your car keys, hide your wallet or something. He was terrorizing them Hollywood streets. It's like they took that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff and poured it on his back. They put that TMT shit on his ass. Look, Reggie, hurry up, because this goofy. Put that in there, man. Yeah, I just put in Ninja Turtle ooze, and that's what popped up. Yeah, they put that turtle ooze on his back. That TCRT. And they gave Dave Chappelle a shot of that. Next thing you know, it was turtle time. Nigga had a comedy show smoking cigarettes and eating pizza all damn day. That it was a man. We don't know who the fuck that was, man. You see that man coming, the last thing on your mind is Dave Chappelle. Like they upgraded his ass. They added additions to him. The Dave 2.5 got 5250. And he was at them comedy show. He put the backpack on his back to make his back not look so fucking big. He probably put that on to hide his turtle shell or whatever the case is. People were spooked out. And when he was doing the comedy shows when he came back, it wasn't funny. People was laughing out of respect for Dave Chappelle. He give you that look, and if you ain't smirking, he gonna be in his feelings. And he big and intimidating. I'm starting to think that's why the people be laughing, because they don't want to fuck with him. Like, you better laugh and that motherfucker come down here and start whooping your ass like a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? He flex his muscles. Next thing you know,
Oh my goodness.
you laughing, ain't nobody else laughing. You on the ground talking about, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. All because he took off his shirt on stage. Yeah, man. And we don't remember him being dusty with all them cigarettes like that. We ain't know he had a fetish for that nicotine real bad. We don't know what they done did. And you know, I want to share something with y'all. We got a lot to talk about. And I know we got to move on to the next theme, but y'all need to feel me on this. There's people all across the country that look like somebody. I see people all the time. I bump into people that look like cousins, look like people I went to school with. There's somebody out there that look like somebody. And a lot of them people be right there on Skid Row. And the reason why they went to LA is because they favor somebody and they figure, hell, I could make it into Hollywood. They told me I look like Forrest Whitaker. Maybe I could go down there and be a stunt double or some shit. All them people with Hollywood dreams go down there trying to figure it out and wind up ending up on Skid Row. And that's when the Bentley pull up and the window roll down and they put a card, they hand you a card and tell you to get them a call because you look a whole lot like Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Because this brother, he might be fresh off Skid Row. Resemble Chappelle a little bit. They hit him with that little plastic surgery. Put that Tracy Morgan shit on him. Next thing you know, he in business. And they got him working out at the comedy clubs on his Dave Chappelle. They did the same thing with Tupac. They talking about damn Tupac dead, and he keep on putting out albums. The truth of the matter is that wasn't no damn Tupac. It's some nigga named. Let me show y'all. It was a rapper called The Realist. Sound just like Tupac in the studio, making album after album, sounding like Tupac, and they sold it to the public as Tupac Shakur. And people still don't know this stuff. But that's Negro, there's a possibility. Allegedly, Diddy, all the mainstream black entertainers been replaced, man. And I don't know by what or by who, but you figure, hell, why would they pay them when they can just assimilate their ass? That's what they doing with the jobs now. You know what I'm saying? Why would they pay you when they can just replace your ass with a motherfucking robot or whatever? But there's levels to this, man. Y'all gotta understand. Humans have advanced behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? The shit you see in the public and public education and stuff, there's higher learning than that. Y'all gotta realize that. This one I'm gonna show y'all real quick, and then we gonna leave it alone. Cause Diddy and Kanye West turned Dave Chappelle out. They created a monster. That's the point I'm trying to make here, man. Cause Dave Chappelle would have been all right if he wasn't around evil people like Diddy and Kanye. Well, y'all see what they on. Dave Chappelle, ain't no telling what he got going on. He got a colony out there in Yellow Springs. We gonna talk about that a little bit. It's spooky, man. Now, this is the point I want to make. Public education is for the public. There's levels to this, man. You got charter schools, you got public schools, you got Catholic schools, you got the motherfucking Harry Potter
Oh my
schools.
goodness.
That shit real. They ain't playing just because you seen it in the movie. They said Diddy went to a old Harry Potter ass school in there abracadabra on Biggie and everything. And them schools be looking just like, been that way for thousands of years. And they shit, from elementary all the way to college. Them richy rich people, that's how they living, man. While y'all worried about 2+2, they worried about what abracadabra gonna do with another cadabra
Oh
on
my
it.
goodness.
Dave Chappelle went to one of them richy rich ass schools too. Look, all the Kanye West did too. Went to them Harry Potter school. Look, look, you knew that motherfucker was gonna be a problem. Fucking Mighty Mouse. You knew he was gonna be a problem. Even when he was a kid. He had a whole lot of amazing grace on his face back then. I don't know what the hell was going on with Dave Chappelle. Puberty kicked in late. And I ain't trying to talk bad about the man, but y'all gotta understand, a lot of these people be prepped to be where they're at. They've been prepped for a long ass time. They've been prepped ever since they was kids. They was preppy, like motherfucking Carlton from Fresh Prince, man. It's levels to this. Everybody ain't well raised up dusty like y'all. There's people out there that actually invest in their kids. Y'all gotta understand that too. Just because you don't do it don't mean people don't do it. And football practice and basketball practice, that ain't investing in
Oh
shit.
my goodness.
These people, I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Oh, what the hell? Dave Chappelle's parents were both educators and social change agents. So he ain't come from no background and no fools, man. His people was all about education and minding your manners. And he sit at the table with the fork, the knife, and they sit there and have dinner as a family. So, how was your day, Dave?
Oh, Dad, it was cool. Yeah, I smoked some pot with my friends. I wasn't supposed to tell you that, but, I did.
Like, oh no, Dave. He grew up like that, middle class, motherfucking high class. They all around the house looking for the bottle of champagne. I just don't understand it. I left it on the counter. I looked under the bed, honey. That was a $15,000 bottle of champagne. Where is it? I don't know. I looked in the bathroom. I know we don't have a ghost. It's under little Dave's bed or whatever. They find it the next day when he go to school. Now, Dave, we have to talk with you. Like, I just wanted a swig, man, to go on my blunt. I just wanted a swig. Dave Chappelle's parents may have led notable careers in conventional fields, but they never discouraged their son from joining showbiz. I'm pretty sure they had the motherfucking hookup. I know they did. They had the hookup. They talk to people. They know people. They out there shaking and moving just like Diddy mama was, man. Out there in them juke joints, socializing and things, gallivanting in them damn DC street. Look at this. The former couple who separated when Dave was a child were powerhouses in the American academic and political sectors. Motherfucker, your parents politicians? Oh, Dave has been groomed. They charter schooled his ass. Fucking charter sauce.
Goodness.
I ain't buying it, man. Dave, we ain't know you came from such a prestigious background. That's why his comedy show is so cringe, y'all. He get up on the stage and he got this strong political stance. And it's like, damn, this supposed to be comedy. This supposed to be funny. But he acting like he about to cry. He trembling old. He the cigarette version of Bill Cosby now that he done got old. He got the necks jiggling and things. Shit. He the head turkey in charge right now. Cause he old. And that's the shit. I plan on being a turkey my damn self. Or a rooster or something, man. Get them necks jiggling. That way, when you say what you got to say, people gonna respect it, cause goddamn, brother got 4-5 chins or whatever. But that's Negro here no there. Hold on. Minus Cloud Mania said, don't let Eddie Murphy off the hook now. Man, we could, you gotta leave Eddie Murphy alone. Because he came up in the zestiest era in American history, man. He was a star during the 80s. Cut Eddie Murphy some slack. Cause the 80s was all about that zest. And he just a product of his times, man. And it's all right. People was with Eddie's flow back then. They was loving his lingo. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Everybody was feeling them tight ass pants back then. It was men out there talking about, all right. Eddie come out with them skin tights on, them brothers in the crowd talking about, all right now. That's what was going on back then, man. You would have thought New Edition was going to come out there and do Candy Girl with him back in the day. He came up, he had that Purple Rain shit. Prince was popping back then. He had the Purple Rain leather, some Dapper Dan cowboy shit. He looked like a motherfucker out of one of them Terminator movies, man. That's a badass jacket. And no pants with the shit. He looked like he about to do the moonwalk or something with that. And then he had the scarf on it too. He was killing it in the 80s. Had the little cowboy element going on in the pants. That good leather too. It wasn't no cheap shit. You feel me? He had a good leather suit for his stand up. It's iconic, man. It's purple. His eyes was bulging out his motherfucking head.
Goodness.
The grease was slicking. The makeup was on, man. Shit. What Prince got that song? Let me show y'all something real quick. Since we having zesty conversations, y'all got to see this, man. Hold on. We got to talk about this all at the same time. Look. Hey, them phone lines open too, man. Y'all out there playing. Y'all need to call in here. Look at this, y'all. Y'all need to see this. Cause I couldn't believe it when I seen it. Oh hell no. Hell no. Turn that shit down. Them gangsters. Oh no. Y'all see this? Hold on. Get it together, Reggie. What the hell? This shit zesty. That's your boy Prince right there with a bad red bone. He got on a yellow suit in front of a yellow coupe with a bad red bone in between his legs, kicking it with them gangsters. Hold on. Look at this nigga, man. He out there with them rollerblades on. Did y'all ever see this before? They all lined up clean. Talking about that gangster glam. In the 90s. Hold up, look. Hold on, wait a minute. Them tall ass niggas. What the hell Prince had going on back in the day, man? He still had that basketball team waiting for fucking Eddie Murphy and them to come back. That's them same niggas he was hooping with when they dunked on Charlie Murphy and was eating pancakes and shit back in the day. Y'all know they be around there hooping. He turned a warehouse into his house. Nigga bought a warehouse and turned it into a house. He do what the fuck he want to do out there, man. Throw a party, have a museum in his house, whatever. Man, that motherfucker was a trip. Hold on. Everything about this video zesty. Y'all missed it. Oh man, go back, Reggie. Prince on the couch with a hood rat at his house with them thugs. He in there with them thugs, man. Look. He doing push-ups in his pedo with these niggas, man. What the hell going on? Okay, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I'm over it, man. I made my point. And Dave Chappelle admires that era. Y'all seen it in too many sketches, too many of his skits, man. Y'all don't see him go back in time so many times because he got to understand that that's, the lane he's supposed to be in as a comedian. He was all the way with it when he did the Chappelle show. Look. What the fuck was it? Rick. Okay, let me make sure we got everything set up correctly. Okay, everything good? Y'all good out there? Okay, let's do this, man. Reg, get everything good. Okay, we gotta talk about this real quick. What Dave Chappelle did with the Rick James situation, because not only did Prince pass away, but so did Rick James. As soon as this thing took off, Rick was in rehab. You know what I'm saying? He was clean. He was just trying to be a regular person. He was a regular civilian for a long time before the Chappelle show came around. People forgot who Rick James was. I knew people that worked in the Atlanta school district and be like, hey, Rick James come pick up his kids from school every day. He'd come pick them up. And nobody made a big deal about it. Like, hey, okay, Rick James, he's still a man and everything. But when the Chappelle show took off, a recovering man like that back in the spotlight, they gave him another crack at success. And it went to his head. We're getting the band back together. Yes, baby. We're going back out there on tour. They know who I am. Rick James, bitch, that's my shit. He can't make money off of my name. I'm the man. I'm the man. Not realizing that he 60, 70 years old. That the Chappelle show put a lot of pressure on Rick James for a comeback. And people he ain't had no business out there like that. He looked like he could be Jay-Z's father while you bullshitting. But that's Negro here nor there. Did he bleach his shit too? Oh, I know that man wasn't up there bleaching on top of all of this. Did that motherfucker... He looked like a powdered donut on the Chappelle show. Rest in peace, but god damn. look like his name Shaniqua or something like that. Why they do him like that? He need to be at home somewhere hiding. They brought him back on TV. That's the worst thing they could have did to Rick James. Well, thanks to Dave Chappelle. That show, it was a demon, man. It claimed a lot of people's careers. It spun comedy in a whole nother direction. The Chappelle show is what killed stand-up comedy, man. Because there was a lot of comics coming up, but when you got to compete with the Chappelle show and people in the audience want to see your Rick James impression, that kind of killed it for a lot of people. But I made this video to speak about the fact that these entertainers are getting darker by the second, man. And what is that all about? You know, what gang are they really a part of, and why now? Is it that the entertainment industry is dark overall? Because there's not a lot of light coming from no areas specifically when it comes to entertainment. You figure all the music is dark and demonic, you know. The motherfucking perfumes and colognes and stuff, man. It's Christmas season. I was doing some, testing for gifts and stuff like that. And this shit, all that shit smell like Morticia should be
Oh
wearing
my
it, man.
goodness.
You go in there and try them colognes, when you think about it, you be like, damn, this shit smell demonic. It got an old crazy name to it. Like a conjure. Some shit from France. You spray that shit on, this is for you, and this is for you. Next thing you know, you acting all strange because you got that cologne on or that perfume on, smelling like a old country woman or whatever. But that's Negro here nor there, man. I need to take me a break. Reg, throw on some music or something. Ain't nobody calling. Y'all trying to work me to death. And I swear I ain't gonna let y'all do it. I leave before I let y'all do it. All my life I had to fight. Y'all ain't gonna do me like that. If y'all don't want to call, then we just ain't gonna talk. How long I been on here, man? They trying to work a motherfucker to death. People would rather leave the video before they call. That's cold blood. This ain't fun. Y'all making it. All matter of fact, where my belt? All y'all. I'm talking about all y'all, man. Shyland, you ain't right. Lil stay alive. How about help my channel stay alive? That's what it need to be. She's something. You ain't nothing right now. You ain't big enough, man. I don't know what you is, man. Y'all ain't right. Juvaline Howell. Got people from Hawaii in the building, man. Minus Cloud TV. That's what I'm talking about. It's a party over here on S.A.T. I don't give a what y'all talking about. I'm having a good time. I got all the snacks. I got the music. I got chips. I got drinks. I'm chilling just because y'all mad sitting over there funky. You know you stink. Just because ain't nobody around, that ain't no excuse. Y'all be funky, sniffing your fingers and things. I know what y'all be doing. Y'all be rolling around in the bed just sniffing on everything. You want to sniff the pillow to make sure that stink. Sniffing under the sheets, enjoying the funk with your nasty. I know what y'all doing, man. But I know what y'all ain't doing. And that's picking up the phone and calling. And that's what got me mad. And I'm about to go. Hold on. Get this together before I pass out in this
Oh my
motherfucker.
goodness.
Reggie, hold my hand. Cause I just almost slipped away, y'all. See how y'all do me? I ain't gonna let y'all work me to death. I ain't gonna let y'all do
Oh
it.
my goodness.
It shouldn't have to be this hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here dizzy. I'm dizzy, y'all. I can't even see the screen. Whew, piss me off. Every time, man. Every motherfucking time. Every year. Oh, Lord. I pray it ain't like this in 2026. I pray that you bless me with some callers that got good sense and good conversation that could really, bring a boosting, a liking into some love into the building, man. Please, no illiterates, Lord. I can't do it. Not them ladies in Alabama in them trailer homes and shit. Well, I can't do that no more. Excuse my language. Some real callers that know how to talk, that use big words and make sense when they put their sentences together. And they ain't got to be talking for a whole hour just to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I pray for. But that's Negro, we talking about your boy Dave Chappelle. Let's get serious. Matter of fact, put some serious shit on. There you go. Matter of fact, Reggie, can you go in the kitchen and pour me some of Big Mama? pour me some, pour me some of Big Mama lemonade. Can you do that for me, brother? Oh man, I hate to be goofy, y'all. Big Mama lemonade. You know that shit hitting. Like, Big Mama, can you make some more lemonade? Like, we ain't got no lemons, we ain't got no sugar. This nigga, what do you want me to make it with? And Big Mama. And shout out to all the big mamas out there, man. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all make life worth living. If there's a big woman around, that means that it's some comfort around somewhere, man. Y'all seen that movie? Hold on, let me show y'all this real quick. It's only gonna take a second. We gonna get back to Chappelle. Y'all ever seen the Hateful Eight when they go up in Minnie's haberdashery and she the only place in the blizzard that could keep your ass warm? And you go to her, she ain't got shit in there. She got a stove, a couch, a bed, some tables, pots, pans, a whole bunch of just random shit that can get you through the night. They put her in the movie. Shit, when shit bad, when it's a storm and everything all fucked up, this the only resource. This where you get the resourcefulness from, man. Your ass lost in a blizzard. You see Minnie's haberdashery, it got the heat on, the lights. Your ass gonna go up in there and get real comfortable. And she gonna treat you to some motherfucking stew, some cornbread, motherfucker. You want a cigarette? What you need? We got pop. Like, thank God for Minnie. And then, when the storm over with, that's when you get on, leave your ass for a white girl. Like Kanye West said. Ain't that fucked up? They put her in the movie like that. But that's Negro here nor there. Y'all know what time it is. We about to get into some of this news. And pray for a phone call. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Look, listen at this, y'all.
Talk about it in his first television interview. Please welcome Dave Chappelle.
They got that Eminem music playing on Oprah. Hold on, we gonna skip that part. Come on.
From $50 million.
Well,
hold up, run it back.
Fun. I'm glad you're here. Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that were coming with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
The new Dave Chappelle don't act like that. He don't even talk like that. He don't even talk like Chappelle. That new man, that new thing, whatever, that whoever,
Goodness.
don't even talk like that, man. Now it's starting to make sense why they have him smoking all them cigarettes. That way they could blame that on the fact that he don't even sound like himself. He doing the show, he be in the middle of a joke, and as soon as his voice start to clear out, he take a drag of that cigarette to put some old gruff on it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Look at this. It was crazy. Y'all seen the Netflix special? Hold on. He was on stage literally smoking a damn cigarette or a blunt or whatever that was. Like, if I didn't talk like this,
the gig will be up. You people will realize that I'm a phony. I'm not the real Dave Chappelle.
That's probably what the fuck he'd say if he missed one of them cigarettes. I don't know what to think about it. He motherfucking 7 feet tall. He looked like a retired basketball player. Like they took Hakeem Olajuwon or somebody and gave them Dave Chappelle plastic surgery. That's what the fuck he looked like. One of them retired Miami Heat players done made a comeback as Dave Chappelle. That's what he got. That's what he got me thinking. They took Too Short DNA, mixed it with a little bit of Tupac and a little bit of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's how they came up with the new Dave Chappelle. I don't know what to think about it. Okay, we about to move. What time is it? Okay, it's 8:30. How long I've been on here, man? I figure I, show y'all a little love real quick. But since we ain't got nobody calling, I'm just gonna have this conversation with my motherfucking self. I'm just gonna talk to myself for another 10 minutes until it's time to go. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm about to get real comfortable. Matter of fact, let me get my drink and I'ma just, I gotta give it 10 more minutes unless we get a call. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this thing right. Gotta keep it professional. I'ma talk to my mother. Hold on, let me drink this. For 10 minutes straight, I'ma set the record. I'm a little upset with myself because I didn't take the time today to go out there and look at the sky. Maybe tonight I'll go out there and take a glance at them stars and wonder, have they been watching me all along? Are those actually stars? Or what are they? Have they ever been stars? What's the point of them lingering around our planet? They way up there, we're way down here. What is the relation? Do I have my own personal star out there that I have yet to see? One thing I know, Dave Chappelle was definitely a star when he first started. His comedy was so special. People of all races and nationalities found him funny, found his comedy appeasing and appealing. It had mass appeal all across the globe. People loved and respected Dave Chappelle. He had that quirkiness about him to where he come from the suburbs and he ain't had no business on no Def Comedy Jam stage, but he was there and that's what made it funny. People accepted Dave Chappelle. He was able to play both sides. You would have thought he was a mulatto, but that's not the case. But looking at his grandmama and them, they all look like they Creole. Somebody had to mess around with the plumber or somebody. And next thing you know, Lil Dave was there. They treated him like they own. They insisted that he get him a wife or a girlfriend that don't look so much like his daddy. Now he got pretty kids all over again. They in the family. I mean, somebody need to pray for Dave Chappelle. If you ask me personally, I think that Diddy and Kanye West got to him, inviting him to them parties and things. Next thing you know, he in them dark rooms, in them dark corners. Didn't they say he had sex with Azalea Banks? She was real skinny, ain't had no booty. He probably thought she come from where his wife come from. He probably thought she had some Asian going on with her, and she probably do. She might be black and Eve. Dave Chappelle was loving on Azalea Banks, and I must admit, when she got that little bit of work done, she was all right for the picture, except when she turned around, bend her head down, and you see them beady beads all on the back of her neck, man. How long I been talking? That's a good 5 minutes. I'm gonna switch up the beat and do my other 5, man. Reggie, switch up the music, and I'm gonna do my. How that sound, y'all? That was good. What y'all think about that material? Was y'all flowing with that? Did the music sound good? Was it all right? Did y'all drift off a little bit when I was talking? Somebody said deep thoughts, bro. Okay, y'all out there listening, that's what it is. So much love for y'all. Cause I got 5. Y'all just won't call. I got 5 more minutes to elaborate on this stuff. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Wait a minute. We gonna get it together for y'all. I ought to just pimp this shit on out. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. How long I been on here? I'm gonna go ahead and rock this thing on out. Okay, damn, I got 10 more minutes. Why y'all gotta make this so difficult, man? Lord have mercy. Trying to at least get it to an hour. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't right. Matter of fact, listen at this.
This morning, Dave Chappelle is under fire after his latest
And I'm gonna get y'all too. We gonna do this and then I'm gonna get y'all real good.
GMA
Look.
cover story. This morning, Dave Chappelle is under fire after his latest stand-up special dropped on Tuesday. There's mounting backlash over claims of harmful transphobic and homophobic remarks, and LGBTQ groups are swift to respond, putting Netflix even under the microscope too. Our Chris Connolly has the story.
Gay people get mad at me, lesbians get mad at me, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is true. These transgenders, these want me dead.
That's Dave.
Damn, he said that shit like Tupac Shakur, y'all. He dead serious. He was willing to go to war with them people. Ain't nobody thinking about them people, man, except for him. And he want all the smoke. Who cutting him a check? What got him risking his life to offend people? Somebody, that must be in the contract when he do comedy shows, man. Like, we gonna pay you to be the court gesture for the royal court. And whatever we require of you to speak, we'll give you all this power. Somebody backing and pushing this stuff, man. People be quick to say that his comedy show is not that great. People voice that over and over and say the show wasn't that good, but still they invest all of this money into putting out a Dave Chappelle show. What gives him so much backing? Imagine if Lil Rel or somebody had that type of backing, or any other comedian out there had that type of backing, to where people, you know, they willing to pay you top dollar to say what you're saying, even though what you're saying is offending people. You never know what they got lined up for Dave Chappelle, just like we didn't know what they had lined up for Diddy. We had no idea what they had lined up for Kanye West, man, and I'm still baffled about it. And y'all remember it too. Look, it's like they all, you know, lining themselves up to be destroyed and humiliated. And why would they even put themselves in a position when they seen it happen over and over again, man? I thought that Kanye West was gonna go on to be, you know, something really, really great when this came out, when he was doing his college albums. But when you really think about it, for him to be on all this college shit, he had to be into some type of fraternity, sorority, Alpha Phi, Alpha. Matter of fact, he had them chanting and marching and stuff on his albums. And this school looked like one of them damn Harry Potter schools. And he coming there all spooked out. You know what I'm saying? What he in there learning? That's the key to the madness with Kanye West, man. What was he into to where it turned out for him to be the way he is? Because he's completely manufactured. He don't even know how to read, write, he don't know how to count. He don't know how to do none of that stuff. Look, I remember, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. He drew that. This man is sick. Y'all, he was drawing shit like this. He had demons in his family. Oh, hell no. Oh, he been disturbed. This motherfucker, he drew that. Kanye West High School art gets valued on the U.S. version of Antiques Roadshow. How much do you think Yeezy's teenage profile is worth? So that got chains around his neck and what the fuck? Damn, he been on that. Something been wrong with him ever since he was a child. God damn, he drew that bullshit. Damn, motherfucker had demons. Y'all heard what he said about him and his cousin and everything. So he was dealing with some he drew that demon with them big old juicy lips. That's probably who done possessed his ass. Joanna Thang instead of Joanna Man. What is this he got going on? Hey, he drew these paintings in school too. Oh man, I need to see this real quick. Kanye West high school artwork unveiled. Collection created by the superstar at age 17 demonstrates his impressive artistic ability and has potential to make $23,000 at an auction. So this is his artwork when he was a kid. Told y'all, they be different. They be prestigious and all that. God damn. So Yeezy he probably paid somebody to do. You just never know with Kanye West, man. That could be his cousin artwork that he put together with it. I ain't trying to hate on the man, but you just never know. Damn, that really opened my eyes to some things about these celebrity people that find a way to fame. You know, they be dealing with a lot of stuff when they be younger, just like we all do. We all deal with stuff, but hell, you never know how dark can get. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this, man. America's best place to raise a family revealed, and it's a suburb where Dave Chappelle grew up, poor, around white people. Okay. But why they gotta stress that though? How you gonna grow up poor? Y'all must wasn't that damn poor. You know what I'm saying? Is that his rags to riches story? Cause I don't really see no rags. You growing up. Look, Silver Spring, Maryland, the suburban hometown of comedian Dave Chappelle, has been crowned America's best place to raise a family in a new study by Fortune Well. So he come from America's best place to raise a family and still claiming Poe, the Washington, D.C. suburb, where the median home value is over $500,000, topped the list, followed by Upper Marion, Pennsylvania, and Chantilly, Virginia. So out of the whole nation, Dave Chappelle come from the best place to raise a family. The ranking analyzed over 2,000 cities nationwide and considered nearly 200 data categories to determine the most family-friendly locations in each state. Chappelle, who recently sparked controversy over some of his provocative comedy, has joked about his upbringing in Silver Spring, as he claimed to have been raised poor around white people and long to live property stricken in the projects. I'm not understanding. He was raised poor around white people and long to live poverty stricken in the project. Did he really say that? Was that supposed to be a joke? Like, I'm here around these white people, but I ain't got no money. I do better off in the projects, poverty stricken with the with the roaches and the rats. He probably did say some bullshit like that. He said, my parents did just well enough so I could grow up poor around white people. When Nas and them used to talk about the projects, I used to get jealous. It sounded fun. The comedian, who was reportedly worth up to see you ungrateful mother. He can't be sick. So that's his deal. He wanted to be a bad boy, just like I said. He wanted to be a bad boy all his life. And when he got around the king of the bad boys, Diddy, ain't no telling what they put him up to. Or how he had to prove himself to even run with them dudes, man. He had to do some freaky deaky shit. He had to prove to them that he just as much as a rock star as they are. He talked about it on the comedy show. He said that, hold on, this what he said on the comedy show, y'all. And that this is bizarre. And I need y'all to follow me on this, man. Hold on. Y'all need to follow me on this. Cause Dave Chappelle and Nipsey Hussle shared mutual respect, with Chappelle praising Nipsey's entrepreneurial spirit and impact, notably in the story shared on The Breakfast Club, highlighting Nipsey's focus on ownership, while Nipsey himself was influenced by figures like comedian Nipsey Russell, connected to a legacy of black success. Both represent different facets of the black experience. So basically, Chappelle was going on and on about Nipsey Hussle and how he met Nipsey through Diddy and how they was all at the party. And before you know it, they had so much fun together. He came home talking to his wife about Nipsey Hussle. He said, this man, he seemed like he was older than me, even though he was younger than me. And he had the answers for everything. So Dave Chappelle, not from the streets, but Nipsey was. So Dave probably was his yes man for the day because he wanted to be down so bad. You know what I'm saying? But the way Dave Chappelle was talking about Nipsey, it was sounding like he knew exactly what went on, but he threw the joke talking about he took a friend to go see Dr. Sebi because Nipsey was working on the Sebi documentary. He said they proved that Sebi did what they said he did, but then turned around and said he took somebody to go see Dr. Sebi and the person still died of AIDS. So that's basically debunking the theory that Sebi even cured anything. So that's shutting that man's whole legacy down with a Dave Chappelle joke. That's why you don't know what side Dave is working for, because people take his word, especially when it comes to black people, black politics. The only time they hear about anything going on in the black world is from Dave Chappelle. And let him tell it. There's rumors that they took out Nipsey Hussle surrounding Dr. Sebi's documentary, but he personally took somebody to go see Sebi to get a cure, and the person wound up dying. And that was the end of the joke. Why would he? Not only did he shoot Nipsey's legacy down, but also he could have left that alone. Who can put him up to these tasks? Is that why he getting paid that money like that? He said a lot of things that was very off-putting in his comedy special, but people rub it off because of his past legacy. You know what I'm saying? People rub it off because they were big fans of the Chappelle show, but what if that ain't Chappelle, allegedly?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to I don't know everything, man. All I can do is allegate and speculate for entertainment purposes, man. That's all I can do. I can't do no more than that. I never met these people. I ain't never been around these people. But the entertainment industry, it looked very, very funny. These people, they're all actors and entertainers. And y'all think they're authentic people because they have an Instagram. But the reason why they had them social media accounts is so they can further push the fable about whoever the fuck they are. They mess around and have comic book characters of themselves on their page. A lot of them do. You can find a comic version of anybody. Look. Look, they got a Dave Chappelle comic book. And people, whatever. Whatever people want to believe. And that's the problem. And I ain't trying to preach about it, but I'm going to speak about it before I get out of here. Matter of fact, I'm about to answer the question, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll up out of here. I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to show y'all some love, then I'm going to roll up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So much love for y'all, man. Matter of fact, let me see my people real quick before I go. Ain't that a shame? We ain't getting out one phone call, but it be like that sometimes. It is what it is. We gonna see how it go on the next one. All right, let me get this set up. All right, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Okay, let me show some love to my people and let y'all know I ain't bitter about no phone call, man. Even though it sound like it. She's something. She over there, man. I see you. And everybody in the chat, all y'all, Shayland, Wisha Katup Patton or whatever, Minus Cloud TV, Kenneth Robinson. I see y'all over there, man. Okay, let me go ahead and wrap this thing up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question. And I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about what I got to say about this. All right, all right. Let's get into it, man. Y'all ready? We about to go ahead and close this thing on down. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. All y'all. Every last one of y'all, man. I'm looking at the phone lines. People been calling. And Reggie ain't even picked, man. You gonna have to. Okay. I see what happened. Matter of fact, people been calling. This fool just ain't been looking at the damn screen or whatever. So I do apologize, man. We got about 6 missed calls. So man, thank y'all so much for the phone calls and the viewership. So I do apologize, man, doing all that ranting and raving. And I'm looking at it right there. We missed the call 846, 831, 828, 823, 821. So we don't miss a bunch of calls, man. And we gonna do better next time. Let me go ahead and answer this question. Get on out of here, man. Is Dave Chappelle really funny? I guess it all depends on what make you laugh. But I can't see why anybody would laugh at anything that Dave Chappelle be talking about on his comedy special because he's mean-spirited. Ain't nothing funny about the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
Hey, this is Victoria.
Oh, Victoria in the building. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I just got like a couple 20-minute walk in, so I'm feeling refreshed in the cool
Oh, man.
air.
That's
Yo, so
amazing.
you know
Well,
I'm from Ohio, right?
yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, so I driven through Yellow Springs because I go on the way to drill. I would do my laundry if I stayed over more than a weekend because I would drill once a month and with the National Guard. So it's like a hippie town. It's like a hippie town. You would literally see people like just sitting there, just smoking weed, like just lighting up in front of the laundromat. So that's where I would go to do my laundry most times when I would stay overnight for drill. So
So they be over there doing mushrooms and stuff like that. It's just
yes,
hippie.
yes, it's literally real chill and laid back.
So they was accepting the Dave Chappelle because he did that half-baked movie, and they like, oh, Dave Chappelle, he's cool.
They love Chappelle out there.
Oh wow, man! But he's not. He disrespected a lot of people with that comedy special. He said some very very offensive things to various groups of people.
I didn't catch it. I should catch it. I should catch it. Dave Chappelle hasn't been the same since he started looking like Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah, and people like, man, we don't know about this new dude, but they putting him off as Chappelle. You
He
know.
hasn't been, he's a different type of funny. He's like political now. And he's not like how he used to be when he would, oh my gosh, he had For What It's Worth and what was the other one? He had oh my goodness, the Rick James one was classic. That would have me dying laughing. I still like annually visit that one.
He was clever, and that was his signature. He was very very clever with
Yeah.
his joke telling abilities when he was younger. Do you feel like the modern if you've been paying attention, do you feel like the modern Dave Chappelle is as clever as the one before? And you figure the older somebody get, the more clever they may be.
Yeah, but I just feel like he's cloned. But I've heard some jokes where I'm like, okay, maybe he is still Chappelle in there. It's somewhere in there because he's like made some jokes about Diddy, and that one was a funny one. He's made a couple of jokes about what's the name when he was uh what's his name with the dots. He was talking about with the dots. That had me dying laughing. So, but it's not as memorable as his other jokes.
Yeah, since he's a representative for black people, it's like people can ignore whatever flaws there may be because he's rich, and that's the bottom line. For a lot of us, they like hell. When you see Chappelle, you're not trying to judge his moral character, his integrity, or nothing like that, because you heard about the $50 million, you know,
Yeah,
and that's enough to
yeah,
get a pass. And the black world, money is the pass. If you got money, you get a pass.
yeah,
That's People
yeah.
talk about the black card, but having money as a black person, that's your white card with the black community.
This is true, but only so much power they let us have. Like they don't let us have, but like it's only up to a certain point where like we're all still controlled. Like it's just like if you listen to Dr. Umar and what he be talking about, even though he still ain't got that school up yet, speaking truth to power, like about how like white people still own every single thing. It's like we have a false sense of power. So
You know,
you can.
I hear what you're saying, but Umar had the opportunity to have some power and he blew it on some BS, man. He was
What you think?
All he needed to do was be upfront with the people. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But what you think he blew it on? Did you think he blew it on food or like what was he doing? Like
Booty.
paying
That's
paying
what
for
he was.
strippers?
He was blowing it on booty.
Oh,
Relationships
oh,
with thotties and shit. Like, I pay
yeah.
every bill up in this house. If you don't give me that booty right now, I don't know where you're going to be living, but you're not going to be living here.
Oh my gosh. But the
He on
thing
the
is, it's
phone.
like,
He on the phone talking about Shantae, Shantae, Shantae. If you don't do what I tell you to do, you're not gonna have no food. Shantae, Shantae, Shantae. If you don't do what I tell you to do, you're not gonna have no food.
and he says everything in triplicate form. Like, what is with that? Like, I don't know. Like, somebody was saying, like, that's him saying it, like, as a mantra, like him repeating himself over and over again. But it's like, okay, I heard you the first time.
I think he undermined the intelligence of black folks. I think Dr. Umar Johnson think that black folks are ignorant. So when he do talk, he's talking like he's talking to somebody that's extremely ignorant. It's
Yeah, but
condescending.
it is partially. I don't know if I don't know if he means to be condescending. I think what it is he reads a lot, he studies a lot, and he's trying to speak to those. You got to think we are as strong as our weakest people. Like we are as strong as our weakest people. So he's trying to reach people, not necessarily be condescending to those who are of intellect. He's trying to just wake people up to like a lot of stuff. But the thing is, he doesn't walk the walk.
Hey, let me ask you this. Do you think that Dr. Umar would like to do business with Dave Chappelle?
I think he would love to do business with a lot of different black folks. Like he was just talking about Dave Chappelle. Actually, I don't know if you saw like the snippet from Art of Dialogue, but I think he would love to do business with Dave Chappelle. It's just he's not willing to compromise, and he wants to have control over things. I think because he doesn't want uh, white entities to say that they funded him, or he wants donations, donations, donations.
Yeah, they said that he called Dave Chappelle the most politically unapologetic comedian since Richard
Yep,
Pryor.
yep. That's exactly
But
what he said.
but whose puppet is he? You know what I'm saying? These people, you talking about politicians and politics. If comedy is politics, then what politicians got them in their pocket? That's what I want to know. Who paying these people? Who funding these people to be they politically charged mouthpieces, rather if it's good or bad. They can get up there. They had the whole nation of Islam for bad publicity. Any publicity is good publicity.
But you know what? I will say I don't think he's trying to. Because okay, here's what I'm trying to get across. Here's what I'm trying to articulate. Dr. Umar is. It's hard for me. Like I gotta sit down and listen to that art of dialogue thing again because he explains like for people who are not willing to really research, not saying that I'm not willing to research it, but who has time these days? We're so inundated with work. We're so inundated with our priorities. And sometimes looking up political stuff is not the biggest priority for a lot of people. Black people are starting to get more and more in tune about politics and things geopolitical. But Umar breaks down the cliff notes of what's going on, and even then, it's so potent. His message is so potent that you have to like sit there and watch it over and over. Like I have to rewind when he speaks, and it's not. It's just that you have to really like research what's going on and verify what he's saying.
You know, but that's like being concerned about the conversation of, and not to call Dr. Umar Johnson a
Oh my
crackhead,
goodness.
but I wouldn't want to ponder too hard about what somebody got to say when they sketchy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear what's coming from a sketchy person's mind. I don't want to be
And you have
infested or infected or to have the same logic of somebody that's so sketchy.
It's so sad because I really hate to call this man sketchy, but like you can only, if it looks like if it looks like a goose and it sounds like a goose, or it must be a goose. You can't say it because he's shown himself in so many ways that he's just antithetical to what, like he's anti. He gives the antithesis of which like what he's all about this school, right? But then he preaches to us and teaches us and opens our eyes to different things, but he has not produced anything.
You
And it's
want to know
like
what
the
it
school
is?
was up.
And not to
What?
cut you off, I hear what you're saying, but you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Dr. Umar, it seems to me that he's looking to be used as a tool, but ain't nobody bought into him. He figure if the Black Panther Party went through all they went through and then they all took government jobs, then
Mhm.
this is the grand opportunity to get on the radar, to be approached, to mislead, and he be balling, be big pimping, got backers. Whenever he get in trouble, he always get out. He just he sometimes people want to get picked up by the major leagues. He would love to be the modern day Jesse Jackson. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you,
I'm pretty
but you
sure
know
he
what
would
makes
sign up immediately.
it goes against everything he seems to stand for. Like once you get picked up by those major entities, then they make us a fool, like in like how he likens it to like how slavery existed, what they did to like a black person who got out of line or ran away. Like he had the whole like slave grounds go looking for that one slave, just like he said in that. So it's just like they like what he was talking about with Shador Sanders in the NFL draft and how they humiliated him and how he continues to have his smarts about himself and his grace and his class,
He
and then what they
he
do to other black people.
These people make themselves useful when it's available. You know what I'm saying? They pop out the shadows at the perfect time when there's some big black news. Then that's their niche. They can't wait. They look forward to it, man.
Well,
If it weren't for mischief, crime, and miseducation, they would be out of business.
yeah, but you gotta think. Like I like the idea of what Dr. Umar presents, but I just don't like his lack of execution. But I understand that he has a lot against him too. He does, and they don't want to see a black man put together a school that is completely independent of white control.
Him just being Umar Johnson at this point is his business. That's the only business he concerned about running. As long as he continue to be Dr. Umar Johnson, he got some skin in the game to get some money from somebody gonna cut him a check in the black community, my brothers and sisters. And there's
Okay,
black
what
people
a,
out there that really come from the struggle, that really come. There's a lot of freedom fighters that got money nowadays in the black community. These people
what
was on the ground zero back in the day, putting in some serious work, and they find that they came up in life and they live in large, and they will spend a little money for Umar Johnson for old time's sake.
Yeah, and then when you know what, Umar could have. There was a comment that was powerful that I thought was powerful. Somebody had said in one of the comments in the comment section, he was like, it would have been nice if Umar could have educated via YouTube, for the donations, and maybe that would have been a little bit more effective, and then maybe he could have, seemed to like, what if he had, found a way to educate through YouTube a little bit more to support his
Y'all,
cause.
you know what it is? A lot of you women
But
be invested, and y'all be on YouTube looking in these men's faces,
I
and
don't be looking at my men's
y'all
face.
start drifting off like, damn, Dr. Umar, he's a big guy, but intellectually I'm stimulated. That's what y'all be doing.
It's,
He be stimulating y'all intellectually, and before you know it, you invested in the doctor. The way you say his
I
name
have
sound
not
like he a high school crush.
I have not spent one red penny on Dr. Umar. I'm not even I have not put not one penny for
You
his
slipped up and
donation.
called him Big Daddy one time. You ain't even hear yourself.
I said red penny like Sean Carter, like
You act
Jay-Z
like he
said,
your
not one
uncle
red
or
penny.
he a family member or somebody you ain't supposed to be liking. That's how you talking
Ew.
about Dr. Umar.
Is this
That's how
this
you
the
talking
direction
about.
we go so this
Cause
the direction we go
he
take
not
it?
he not even on the marquee. He not on the thumbnail. He ain't on the title. You just Umar up and down, and we talking about Dave Chappelle. Lord have mercy.
Okay. Dave
Somebody get
Chappelle.
her some water, man. Get her some water.
I do. Yeah, you're right. But you know what? Okay, back to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is
Hold
one of the
on, let
most.
me do the narrating. What's going on around
Okay,
here, man?
look,
What's
I'm just
happening?
flowing with.
You just running around here like one of them little rascals, man.
Oh my
You
God.
all under the table. I'm trying to get this together. I'm trying to do a 5-star presentation. You all over the
I'm
place. I
how.
got the questions. I got the notes. I got everything, man. I've been doing
Okay,
this.
go
I
ahead.
got the catalog. You sit on the couch. You jumping up and down on the couch. Lord have mercy. Calm down.
I'm calm. I'm good. I'm
Five
good.
stars. 5 stars, man. That's the presentation everybody getting. This ain't just about you.
We
That's what's
5 stars.
wrong with y'all. That's what's wrong with y'all young girls, man. Think everybody owe y'all everything because you beautiful, whatever the case is. That beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh no.
Y'all be doing too much. Hey, this the question. Now that we
I,
got that all straightened out, I had to act a fool up in here, man.
I think
Y'all gonna make me go all out up in here, up in here.
what's the question?
I was about to get around to it. She rushing me on my show. I just can't win for losing. I'm trying to entertain the people out there, and you just cutting up all night, man. This dude, let me ask the question. You still there?
I'm
Oh
here.
my
What is
goodness.
going on? you, you sure?
This the question. Is Dave Chappelle really funny? Do you think that, you know, Dave Chappelle got them skills to make you bust out laughing, to keep a smile on your face all day? Dave
Oh
Chappelle
yeah,
had you cheesing. You think he that type of funny?
he's very funny. I like him, but then I like Cat Williams, but I like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has always been very well thought out with his jokes. Like he makes you think when he gives jokes. Not to say that other comedians don't do that, but he sets you up real good for his jokes.
Shit. You talking about the new Dave Chappelle or you talking about the old Dave Chappelle?
The old Dave Chappelle, because I know, like, I remember the one where he was talking about celebrities and how basically like how we put too much stock in them, and he was like, what would Ja think at a time like this, with the 9/11 terrorist attacks? That had me dying laughing. And then he has various classic jokes. He has one that's kind of disturbing. There was one like where there was this guy. He was in the subway and he was like, yeah, that one was kind of nasty. Never mind. But
Yeah, he got a lot of dirty jokes, but now, it's a different point in his life, a different point in his career. And I think society, as a comedian, you probably have to be more aggressive because you don't know what's going to come from the crowd. You might have to wrestle a lion that night. So when they come out there to do their comedy, they got to be rough cut because it could be a cold room. We live in some cold times. We live in some dark times, and to keep up, they talking about Eddie Murphy doing a comeback. I don't know
yeah,
if Eddie Murphy can adjust to these times we living in because you got to be cold. People want the shock value. They want the cold cut. You might have to say something to offend one of your colleagues in order to pull off a good comedy series or whatever special.
and that's and I thought about that, but I see how you kind of handle things, from your show or whatever, and I'm like, I kind of picture you kind of doing a stand-up routine if you wanted to. And I don't seem to think that you would offend. You haven't offended me at least. Um, you'll say stuff about women, but you're a guy, so you speak to
Hold on, wait a minute. What exactly is it that I be saying about women?
like you have videos where women you have like videos where like some of your headings will say
It was bad. We talked about that, and I apologize to my queens out there, man. I know it was bad, but
but it was shock value. It was funny.
hey, but I'm flipping the game though. I'm flipping for the Sean Blazington channel. I'm flipping the game, man. It's gonna be different, and it's gonna hold people up in a better light. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people get on the internet and be disrespecting themselves. So it's
Yeah.
like, damn. I mean, it ain't like the title is a lie because as soon as the video come on, it's telling you where the title come from. It's really
Yeah.
some wild shit going on out here, man. It's like,
I
damn.
I can follow where it's coming from. So I wasn't offended, because I don't my values. You're not talking. I don't represent the type of women you were referring to. And
But
not
for
all,
the
and
fact,
I know, and I'm intelligent enough to know not all women represent that. It's just certain types of women, seem to be tricking for chicken. I call it tricking for chicken.
yeah, man. I gotta definitely put more light. I try to put as much light as possible into the content, but the truth of the matter is, man, people, I'm experimenting and things like that, but I have ambitions on adding more light to that type of content, because it don't always have to be so foul. Because there's some foul shit going on out there, but I'm working on the method to put some light into that content, man. Cause it's we live in some rough times, and to be honest with you, doing them type of videos and you have to, while you're editing them type of videos and you listening to these women talk, it's like, wow, man, I really feel bad for the men that have to deal with them in real life.
Yeah, I feel bad for men that have to deal with women who are not putting their best foot forward. They're not being their best version, so they're in turn influencing or having an effect on the best versions of the men, and vice versa. So it's like I see what your perspective as a guy. I see what guys have to deal with. I see where you're coming from. So, and my heart goes out to men that have to put up with foolishness like that. So that's and women deal with foolishness too. I've dealt with my share of foolishness, and that's why I've chosen to be single for as long as I can until I find the right one. Because I don't want to deal with. I won't tolerate anything less than what I'm worth. So guys have to know what their worth is too, and I think that that's a testament to men learning what their worth is out here, and not just dealing with any female that they see come along. Because they have the power too.
Yeah, we all waiting on something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. And with this Chappelle thing going on in the news, he back in the spotlight. He talking about Diddy. You know, he in support of Diddy. He said that he when he got tackled at that show back in the day, it was Diddy that stopped the attacker, stopped the heckler, tackled the man for him. So when Diddy did that, you know, he like, damn, this man just saved my life. That person could have killed me. So he have a loyalty to Diddy, and he let it be known on his comedy special. Even though Diddy in jail, and he you know, he spoke on the whole Cassie situation. He was cracking on that. And it's like, damn, what type of monster are you?
Right. Right.
That like they got him. He joined their club, man. That he rolling. He a bad boy. If Tupac was still alive, he'll probably be gunning for Chappelle.
I think Tupac and Chappelle would get along just fine.
Like I put that nigga Dave in the fucking grave. He getting paid fucking with Diddy and Kanye. He would
Who
have
said I was
did a whole.
babbling?
He would have did a whole hit him up for Dave Chappelle if he was still alive.
Yeah. Nah. I miss my Tupac, man. He died when I was like 7. You miss somebody you never met. Like that's Tupac is one of them people you just miss and you never met him. Like I used to do poetry a lot and I used to
She over
identify.
there, she swinging her feet with this small talk,
Oh
y'all.
my
Y'all hear her over
goodness.
there? She just a swinging her
Small,
feet with this small talk.
is that what you equate our conversation to, is small talk? Not you doing that. I'm so disappointed. I am disillusioned at you, Sean Blazington.
Oh no, she invested. Y'all heard her tone? She took a tone with me. I can't believe it. A woman? What the hell? She taking tones and shit. I ain't used to this.
Mr. Blazington.
You know somebody mad when they call you by your last name. She said it like that's her last name too.
Oh no. God. That's creepy.
She
That's
she acting
creepy.
like she married Todd or some shit. Like we married or something like that. What the hell?
Oh
Somebody
my
get this
God.
woman.
Oh my gosh. Well, I
I
think
ain't
that that's
mad.
my
I
cue
ain't
to go.
mad. I'm
You
blushing
ain't
and
mad at me?
everything. No, I'm blushing and everything. I'm
I
over
ain't
here
mad at
looking
you.
silly. I'm looking silly as hell, man. Thank God they
Oh
can't see me.
God. You've
I
been
look like
incognito for some years.
I look like a fat faced cat right now. I'm just over here happy as hell.
No. You be incognito. So
Got me looking smiling like Barry White without the perm.
mm.
That's how you got me. Do I always show my age? When you hear me talk, you probably be like, this man 1,000 years old.
Dude, I listen to like all of the old music, so you asking the wrong person. So like I be jamming young people. Like when I was in my 20s, I was listening to uh LTD, uh ballad. Um, I was listening to uh like
You talking about true?
Angela Wimbush, huh?
You talking about that shit true? Da 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 da.
No, loving you gave me something new that I never felt.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the
Everything he does.
Spondual ballad. That motherfucker be like true. Da da da
Love
da
ballad.
da da.
Love ballad. It's called Love Ballad. It's called Love Ballad. That's where Jeffrey Osborne came out of. It's LTD.
I'm talking about that motherfucker. He be like, ha, 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 ha. I know this much is
Oh, I love
true.
that song. I love that song. I love that song. I know what you're talking about. That's where Lloyd got that remix.
I was about to
He's
say, man,
fine too,
I
but
find some,
I
I
want
found somebody
you.
corny like me. Somebody corny like me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what the hell you was singing.
Do we
You know what I'm saying?
do we call it corny? Like liking like Angela Wimbush
That shit
and
corny. That's
It's
why them
corny
people
old
scared to
music.
show their face. They can't.
Um,
They scared to go to them award shows and shit because the new generations be looking at them like they lame. That's why they shut down
so
the BET awards and stuff because
you
the OGs was uncomfortable.
you called the barge corny?
You said the
The
barge.
barge, yes. You called the barge, Bobby the barge, all of them corny.
You know, I used to think they was
Show
cool,
me,
but
and you
yeah, they
do for me, and
we ain't in the era.
realize.
We're not in the era to be admiring men like that. Cause if you do, you in the wrong fucking era, man. It'd have been okay. Well, I'm speaking from a male standpoint. There's women out there that can feel free to admire types from every era. But when you a man, you got to be careful about admiring certain types in the era that we in now. Cause you don't want to be out of touch. You don't want to be out there shaking your ass to the Gap band when these
I shake
motherfuckers
my
out
ass.
here.
I twerk to the Gap Band.
Well, I'm saying
Outstanding.
you don't want to be in that zone when you got people out here listening to drill music and motherfucking trap
I
music. You get caught up in the wrong situation. You on that boogie oogie oogie, they gonna rob your ass.
I love the boogie woogie, but I'd rather be doing that. I'd rather be twerking to "Don't Ask My Neighbors" than to
Oh,
be
her
listening
ass
to some
drunk.
drill
She
music.
drunk, y'all. She drunk. I ain't know.
Ready?
Now
I didn't even
she
drink
drunk,
today. I
y'all.
didn't even drink. I'm sober
Oh man,
2 days,
you need to, man,
48
eat some
hours.
bread. Eat some bread. Eat some bread. Eat
I've been
some
sober for
bread.
48.
She
I've been
snorkeling
sober.
all on the. What the hell? She snorkeling?
I've been sober for 48 hours. Get it
Oh man, I
right.
got a show to do. I gotta keep it 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? She over
So
there.
you.
You need to lay down to go on, take a nap, or do something with yourself, man. Real talk. We appreciate you, and go lay down somewhere, man. We love you to death. Damn, I'm over here sweating. You done messed up the whole damn show. And I appreciate your call. Don't think I don't, man. Call back next time sober.
Take
Call
care.
back. You too. Call back sober. We gonna holler at you, baby. All right, you be good now. Yeah. God damn, what the hell going on around here tonight, man? People call up here
Oh
drunk,
my goodness.
talking about nothing, just abusing my platform. I got a P bad too. She fucking with the wrong one. Cause I'm about to get the hell out. Hey, make sure y'all hit that Cash App too. And thank my caller. Cause I appreciate her, man. Matter of fact, when y'all hit the Cash App, I'ma split it 50-50 with her to show my appreciation. Hold on, man. What the hell going on? Now, why y'all want to wait till when it's time to
Oh my
leave?
goodness.
No, because the phone wasn't working.
The phone was work. We got 5 minutes, man. I gotta pay.
Okay, look. I find everything that you said to be untrue. I just watched that Dave Chappelle thing right before you called. That's why I caught you live and everything. What you just seen was a masterpiece. That was a masterpiece. And if
What
you look
was
at the
what was impressive
you,
about it to you? The Chappelle
you look
show.
at
The
especially if you look at the history, if you look at the history of comedy and how it started and his type of comedy is the first beginning of comedy, how it began. It's to challenge power. And basically what he did was he went back to the Mann Act, what they charged Diddy with. He did his research on that. And basically he story told, but he led you along the way. He had three or four things in one. And
hold on,
also what
man.
he
I hear you, and I hate to cut you off, but it basically sounds like instead of a redneck, you calling Dave Chappelle a black neck. He put his neck on the line for the man act Diddy, motherfucker. He when it's time for the black man to come, he the Superman for the political viewpoint of a brother man. Is that why they paying him?
No. If you look at what's actually going on, to be honest with you, if you look at African American comedies and comedians and things like that, that man is a genius. He's brilliant. What he actually done, he walked that down brilliantly. He's storytelling. He's not out there doing the Wayans type of comedy and all the rest of that. He's like black liberation. You can tell from his upbringing and he honed his skill. But here's the thing: I want you to check out the cold blooded part about that. I think that you missed. He
Okay, man.
actually, it was
Hold on.
actually, it was actually hip hop. He did hip hop. He did music in that special that he did.
Okay, for the people, no disrespect to Dave Chappelle, but y'all need a history lesson on Uncle Remus, man. Uncle Remus would gather around and people just like that damn Chappelle show, that stage. I was shocked that it was in the middle of the arena, like they all sitting around for a bedtime story or some shit from Uncle Remus, and the way he tell it, people just be so smitten by how Remus put them stories together. And I hate to say, cause I love Dave Chappelle, but Remus with a platform.
That's not true at all. That doesn't even purport to reality. What you're saying is not even true because the man actually put himself on the line when he talked about the First Amendment and he went over there to Saudi Arabia. There was more of a political move as well. What he did is establish ties with the people over there who has direct
Man,
communication
he's
and
willing to
influence.
go. No, he's willing to go wherever the bag is at. And that's why people was looking at him crazy like, Dave, you've been serving us with your stew of humor for years, and now you want to go over there and like, well, money is money. What do you want me to do? I'm all American. I live in Ohio. I pay my taxes.
He,
I'm going to bring the money back. What do you want me to do?
dude, he turned down $50 million almost 25 years ago. Dave Chappelle. Anybody know something about Dave Chappelle? He cannot be bought nor sold.
That was the original Chappelle. We don't know who
No,
the fuck this dude is.
no. He displayed that when he actually stood up there and said it in his last statement about Israel. Let you know, and he's put himself on the line. He's speaking
But he's
truth
a
to power.
Muslim. That they're reporting that Dave Chappelle is a Muslim speaking on Israel. Did you know
What I
that?
mean, but what is that? I don't understand the correlation between that.
The
What does that have to do
Islam
with
and the
anything?
Israelis, they're warring. And for him to be speaking on the Israelis and he's a Muslim, he's using his politics against, he shouldn't even be speaking on. He need to tread lightly on that and don't be cracking jokes about stuff like that. That's what they trying
No.
to
But see,
say.
he let you know that he's not a spirit Negro. That's what he's doing.
Man,
See,
somebody paying him,
that's what that's
somebody paying him to do their dirty work, man. Ain't got nothing to do with him being no super
so
Negro.
you actually believe that somebody's paying Dave Chappelle to do
How the
political? You
hell
can't control
he ain't paying
you
himself?
can't,
Where he getting the money to do
bro.
the Netflix money from? Where that's coming from? They paying him.
From from Netflix.
Netflix.
You
Well,
know how much
who?
money he's made Netflix?
Everybody just can't go to who's his sponsor, man. He got a machine behind him that have an agenda. That's all.
Let me
It's
tell you
about
who. Let me tell
money.
you.
He
Let me tell you who his sponsors is. His sponsors name. Are you ready for it? It's Dave Chappelle. His talent, his God-given talent, is his sponsor. He don't
God
need no
given
sponsor.
talent. God given you, man. Can you know what? See, I don't want to be a hater. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there.
You
If I
sound like
wanted
one,
to
bro.
unleash, yeah, if I wanted to unleash the gates of Hades when it come to hate, I could be that type of Negro. But I don't want to be that type of Negro. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta, anybody can spew hate. And that's the easiest thing you can do. And I ain't about to go the easy route on Dave Chappelle. We gonna keep it intellectual because you said that he make amazing points. You're saying that as far as society today, Dave Chappelle is a great political mouthpiece with his own agenda. He has no political backing.
No. I didn't say agenda. You said agenda. Dave Chappelle's
Everybody has
agenda,
an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. Dave
and
Chappelle
and
has an agenda.
his agenda is the black agenda. And then you
The
talked
black
about the
agenda.
thing about it. Yeah, the black
He
agenda.
live
He's black
he live in
liberation.
the he live in Yellow Springs, Ohio. He the only black
And
man in
bought the
town.
and bought the whole town. And see, I'm
And he
glad
the
you said
only
that
black
because
man.
and
He the only
and
black.
check it.
He could have bought a part of the ghetto and did that.
Look. And I'm glad you said that because basically he gave us the blueprint. Also, if you can hear what he actually saying, he's saying that we need to go and take up some of these small towns to make of our own. Anyway, he's showing you the blueprint. He just can't come out and just really actually say that.
Man, y'all
That
confused.
brother's
Just
brilliant.
just like how people confused about Kanye West and his agenda, even though he'll tell you he a Nazi, you got Negroes that'll argue you up and down that Kanye West is working out the black man's plan. Even though he letting you know that he races you seen the text messages, you heard the audios. There's people out there that will argue you up and down about Kanye West's blackness because of some shit he did in the past. The same thing with Chappelle.
Now, Kanye. Be honest with you, Kanye's bipolar. He's bipolar. He's a genius also. He's a genius also.
But you
And
see
see
the
one thing about
correlation
I
between
can't
him and
really see
Chappelle.
I can't see the correlation because who have Dave Chappelle ever bowed down to? Name me one person.
Man, he don't bow down to every community there is to offend. Use
No,
Chappelle
no,
to get.
that's
They use Chappelle to get laws passed. They use Chappelle to have certain rights installed. They use Chappelle to be the damn to so they could play the victim under Chappelle. And I'm pretty sure that was the
could you
part of
name
his
one?
agenda.
Could you name
Well,
one? I asked you to name
every
one.
time he just threw you heard what he said about the Canadians on his last special, the one on Netflix, and it was unnecessary what he said about Canadians as a whole. That's like trying to get something popping, get it started off. He did not have to say. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He said
I
that
have no idea.
he said that basically said that the Canadians was zesty. They're zesty men, they're zesty people. And that ain't even the word he used. He dropped the F bomb on it and
Are they
said that
not? No, but that's been a long running joke for what, 200 years? Even Canadians laugh at that.
I ain't never heard about it until Chappelle said something about it, man.
Oh
So
no,
that's
bro,
news to me.
that's 200-300 years. That's what I'm saying. That's 200-300 years. And I
You
think what
wanna
we need to actually,
you
I think
wanna
what
know
we
what
need
it
to do.
is?
Well,
Because you a fan of Dave Chappelle. That's what make
it's
you
not.
dangerous.
No. I'm a fan of intellect. I'm a fan of intellect, and that brother's intellectual, very intellectual. And to be honest with you, you said you want to structure your show. Actually, what you should do is study what he actually does. Because whatever topic you want to do, if you want to educate your people and your crowd, you start from the beginning of whatever you want to present to your audience. Because I do believe people that's you influencers that y'all have a responsibility. But I find that the black men, we lazy when it comes down to information. Y'all just be on here spewing anything, and and it's not true. And I don't think you're doing it on purpose. None of that stuff is true.
He offended by the show, y'all. He said it's a lazy presentation, and you just get on, be running your mouth and all that, and you
I did
ain't
not
even.
say that,
He
brother.
said you
I
don't
did
even
not
take
say
the
that.
information seriously. I ain't about to be invested into no damn Dave
Oh
Chappelle.
my
I
goodness.
didn't say Dave Chappelle. I
As
said
far
into your
as
platform. I'm just your
whoever,
platform.
whoever the celebrity is, man, there's conversations like how me and you are having. I was able to get a intellectual such as yourself to call in and speak on the subject, so it can't be that whack.
No. The thing about it is I like your presentation. I like the way you do your graphics and everything like that. The only thing I understand is that, like the young lady said, I think we sometimes get so busy with work and taking care of other things that we don't have time for the things that actually matter. Because what I want you to understand also, black folks have been the conscience of the United States of America. They fear us the most because we're the only people who took their laws and used it against them. It was black men that did that. Black men did
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but what does a black man equate to in 2025, about to be 2026? What have we reduced ourselves to in the media of all places? And that's international, worldwide.
Honestly,
They
to be honest with you, it sounds like a bunch of the brothers on here is trying to audition to be the next coon in line. Audition, not even getting paid, but auditioning, and that's not how you get paid. Any military man knows that nobody likes a Benedict Arnold. If you go get your own people, then we definitely don't trust you.
well,
We're gonna kill you first.
you saying people on here, people on well. You talking about
On
this show
YouTube. No, not
on
on YouTube.
YouTube?
Man, just
Hold
look at
on,
do
wait
do
a
me a
minute.
favor. Look at some of the content on YouTube talking about a black woman who's the mother of this earth, who is a queen, and who have legitimate concerns and gripes about the black men. They have not lied. They ain't lied on us. They have not lied. Not one
Brother,
time.
there's a bigger game being played, you know, in our community, and it's not a friendly game, man. It's foul on both ends between men
But
and women.
no,
It's a
but
dirty.
here's the thing. No, it's a dirty game. But the thing about the situation is, our sisters are going through these things right now. I don't hear not one man sit up there talking about stepping into his woman to go out there and help those kids by marrying or mentoring. None of those things. Only thing I hear is red pill talking points. She this,
It's
she that,
bad
she this, she
parenting,
that.
brother. It's all the result of bad parenting. I promise that's what it is, man. People, like I was
Bruh, a
saying
black
earlier,
man. Look, a man is responsible for his community. I don't give a damn about none of that. What goes
bad
on in my
parenting
house, I'm responsible for what goes on in my house.
is learned
So
in the
I'm
home.
responsible.
Is
So
learned in
we
the
need to get our
home.
ass back in the home, don't you think?
Yeah, you can't learn that stuff from a broken home. All you gonna be able to do is pick up a few pieces. That's a lot of weight on your shoulder to pick up all of the pieces in a broken home. When people have a whole home, they don't have to worry about stuff like that. All they have to do is focus on expanding their legacy because it's already
Just
been
think,
laid.
just think about it like this here. If we go back and do our research on when it comes down to Tulsa and some of those Rosewood and things like that, if we do research and find out how they actually built that town, imagine if we had like 1,000 black men like you put our money together and start buying up our neighborhoods.
You wanna know what happened? And no disrespect, the Cadillacs happened. The damn fur coats happen. The fur hats. The big Christmases happen. The all that shit. They got real fancy, real fast. It was a lot of stunting going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. And I hate to be speaking on this,
That
but
is not true. That's not
that's
true.
what
That's
we
not
do,
true.
brother.
That
That's what
no,
we
that
do.
that's
Everybody
that's
ain't
not
gotta
true.
know. Everybody ain't gotta know that you got a bag. That's something that we
That's
have
that.
failed to learn.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. But watch what you saying, because those things you're saying are absolutely not true. They own everything in that town. They own everything in that town. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about none of that. What you're saying.
Bruh, all I'm saying is sometimes you gotta lay low because when we know that now, let you go out there and get real flashy. Even though you a legitimate businessman and you running your own business and you making your own money and you riding around real clean in somewhere like Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure that people will be interested in what the hell you got going on. And if you too legit to quit, like MC Hammer, remember what happened to him? All that
No, but
money
see,
stunting, paying
no,
everybody doing too much. Is
no, no,
people be
but
doing too much, man. People be doing too much. That's all I'm
look,
saying.
Mr. Jordan in a chat said it right there. Materialism. I'm gonna tell you what happened to us. What happened to us is once we got a little bit of freedom, and I 1,000% agree with you. We started running out there to the suburbs and things of that nature. We're
Oh
trying to
man.
use. We trying to live in a first world country when we still third world when it comes down to
Thank
economics.
you. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. And when people come up on that cash, look, the damn people gonna get their taxes back. They gonna be in the Olive Garden. Everybody gonna have a plate from the baby to the mama, the grandmama. They all knowing damn well that they been cooking a big bag of chicken every other night. But now that they got some money, they want to blow it on the Olive Garden experience.
But here's the thing, brother. Here's the thing. And Corey said this right here. There's two things. There's a thing called change talk, and there's a thing called sustain talk. The thing about it is, I'm talking about solutions, and I'm trying to offer solutions. You're highlighting what the problem is. I remember I was in a meeting with this CEO and everything, and we had to have meetings every morning and all the rest of that. And I want to explain one of the problems that we have. And he told me, he said, I hear the problem. You articulate that very well, but I don't hear no solutions. But the thing about it was, I said the solution before I said the problem, and I reminded him of that. So what that taught me is the way of thinking. We solve problems. So speak life. Life and death is in the tongue.
Well, the only cure for our condition is to simply stay out the way. You
That
know,
sounds defeated, bro.
and a lot of
Here's the
black
thing.
people mastered the art of staying the fuck out the way.
That's the worst. You know what though? That's the worst thing because to be honest with you, I don't know what type of black man you are, but that's not. And see, that's the thing about it. You know, that's not gonna cut it because the world keep on moving on. The thing about it, if you're gonna stay out the way, then don't criticize your sister when she's actually the one out here trying to do something. You can't tell me one time where black men have come together and done anything. And I'm a black
No,
man,
that
proud black man.
the thing about it is there's a lot of successful brothers out there, but a lot of times they stay out the way. And what I mean by staying out the way is, you know, they keep it regular degular while they stacking a whole lot of cheddar. They mastered the art of blending in, even though they got major shit going on, man. They know how to carry themselves without making a buffoon out of themselves. That's what
Bro,
I'm
those are
saying.
black. Those no, those are not black men. Those are not. We haven't seen the a black man in a long time. And what you saw with Dave Chappelle, one man standing on that stage, commanding that stage, and he actually asked them, "Was he? What? Am I boring y'all?" And everybody in there said, "No, hell no, keep going."
Out of respect for the man he was before they ended the Chappelle show.
Man, how you sound, bruh? How you sound? How you sound, bruh?
There's
You know what I like for
generations.
you to do? You know what I want you to do? I want you to go back after you, when you have time, and sit back and listen to the conversation that we actually have, and go back over this lie that you have today. And I want you to write a tick for every time you said something negative, and I guarantee you, you probably fill up the back and the front
So
of
what's
that
the
paper.
cure, brother? What's the cure for the negative thinking? I need it bad. I'm like a junkie. I need to know, man. I've been reading audio books. I've been all over the place scrambling, looking for information. How do you get out of the negative pattern of thinking? Because it's the easiest thing you could possibly do in your life. And that's why some of the most laziest people, some of the most disgruntledest people got all the energy in the world for negative thinking. And that's why they end up where they are. And a lot of times it could lead to their demise. And
And
with this social media,
that's man,
where
what you talking
everything,
about? See,
brother,
you
what's the
cooking,
cure?
bro.
What's the cure,
Man,
brother?
first of all, the cure is this right here. And I want you to understand it, like the young lady said earlier and everything like that. One of the biggest things what they actually doing and playing with the mind is these short TikTok reels and all the rest of that. People don't understand how detrimental that is. They making those things 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and all the rest of that. They messing up your attention span. Sometimes when I was trying to get my master's degree, what I tried to do, I was on a Saturday. I've been working and doing all the rest of that stuff and still going to get my master's and all the rest of that. And I tried to sit down and watch something on TV on a Saturday. My mind kept on messing with me, messing with me, telling me, I thought you said you wanted to get a master's degree. How's this helping you get a master's degree? And it just kept on. I tried to keep on sitting there. And guess what I had to do? I cut that damn TV off, got the books, sit at the front table, and I sat there and I read for 8 hours because I understand this one thing that the laws of the universe says this that you give yourself to, the intensity and the time you put in to give yourself to it, it has to give itself back to you. It's focus, bruh. You save money, you stay out the way, you're not in them clubs, you ain't watching the damn football that's already there. What they call they said? The football national football broadcasting system that's letting you know that it's rigged. And then to sit down and pick up some of these books and see how we've done it in the past.
Suffering for pleasure.
Yeah,
Damn.
trying to trying to fulfill that flesh. And the thing about it is, if we are the true people, which I think we are at everything, what happened is we bought into their system.
Wow. So
See,
that
we give them
explains
we
fasting
we
and
give them
all
more
that.
grace than we give ourselves. But here's the thing, my brother: the same dog bit you, bit me.
Damn. Damn, ain't that's some shit right there, man. Yeah, we all been affected.
Until I can say, look at you in my eyes and tell you that you are my brother. until I can change the way I speak to you, until I can show grace, until I can change my ways, renew my mind, making a commitment. And the thing about it is, in this lifetime, we weren't supposed to be moving out to the suburbs and all the rest of that. That money was supposed to go into your children's education.
Yeah. Investing in the
Instead of buying these
kids.
damn Cadillacs and Mercedes Benz and all the rest of that stuff that don't even matter.
They want to live it up and say, hey, the kids, they going to have to figure it out because this is my time to shine.
One of the things, that's the problem right there. See, one of the things we got to also say, because when you say they, we push it over there, I'm going to say we, because I'm just as guilty as myself. And honestly, if you listen to what those sisters actually saying, what they need from their men, if you actually listen to what it is that they actually saying, with an open heart and an open mind, to tell them the truth.
You know, when people get pregnant, when couples get pregnant, they need to talk and say, hey, are you willing to live the rest of your life to provide for this child and to do for this child? Because now it ain't about me, it's not about you, it's about the child. So whatever life we had before now, to where we was the focal point, we are no longer the focal point after this. If we're gonna have this child, you're not the focal point in your life. I'm not the focal point in my life, and this child is the focal point in our lives. We are dedicated to this child. Are you willing to make this commitment? And that's something to really think about, because if you're going to have a child with somebody, that means that you are willing to dedicate your whole entire life to the fulfillment of the seed that you sowed.
Well, here's the thing to the young lady, Victoria. She say I used to read all the time. Man, cut that damn TV off and all the rest of them pick up a damn book, because here's what they say and they know
He
this is
over there
true.
booty hopping in the chat, bro. Man, you know
No,
what? We appreciate
check
your
this out.
call, bro. And you gonna
If you
have to
want,
get
if you
back
want
in the
to,
chat, man. I gotta use the bathroom. I can't believe he over there booty watching in the chat. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Brother, you still there?
yeah, I'm here. I'll hold
Man,
on
we
for you
gonna be
because
no,
you're
we gonna be
intellectual.
live. We going back. Matter of fact, we gonna be live on Docs Daily, man. We gonna be talking about some deep stuff. Matter of fact, we gonna be live at 11:45. If you still up, call back, because this ain't the only show, man. And that's the only reason why I gotta go, because we gotta do the next show, brother, man. You over there booty watching in the chat, all up Victoria Cheeks. And I should have known you came up here sniffing after Victoria. You called soon as she got off the
Okay.
phone.
No,
You nasty, brother. You wrong for that, man. And the next time we go live, you gotta call back. He nasty, he wrong, and he raunchy. I got so much love for y'all, man. One more thing before I go.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk, baby girl.